Poor Catalina Katrina. She was messed up by bad people, and ever since this year or the upcoming future, Catalina will not be featured in any other projects by iCartoons due to the fact that Catalina was messed up. But I am hoping Granajo will return eventually to save the universe from being forgotten. But unfortunately right now there is no sign of Granajo stuff at this point. iCartoons is a busy company, but we're going back in time to realize why Catalina was created and the eventual future of Granajo trying to save the universe from being forgotten and obscured. So please join with me as we go back in time to figure out the history of Catalina to why Granajo will eventually help the series eventually. Catalina Katrina was inspired by SpongeBob SquarePants for some reason. Even though SpongeBob SquarePants is a Nickelodeon property. Completely. Nickelodeon Paramount property. Paramount property. I know what I mean! So, mostly, Catalina Katrina was originally created by Olin Studios. They remained in artwork development until 2018 was when Catalina debuted in a calling event. Not everyone called, but mostly some residents of Mexico talked to Catalina through the phone. And it happened for the next year in 2019 as well, even though the first 2 years of Catalina was only known to some people. And this also marked the debut of Granajo, despite in his earlier appearances he only could growl, and that's all I can hear from that original sound effects back when I listened to the clips from reruns. I know what I mean. So mostly Granajo did debut in Catalina calling event for the first 2 years, but his character wasn't fleshed out until the movie, which we have yet to get to. So, during 2020, we had another version of Catalina Katrina. This time, the character was redesigned, and everything was a bit different. That was so not in the movie afterwards, but also in 2020, the horrible event began. The horrible event of Catalina being messed up by bad people. Now, I cannot go into detail on what messed up Catalina and why people still think of that kind of thing to this day, but I am going to say that bad people messed her up, and that's all I can say. Bad people messed Catalina way crazy up. It's just bad. The movie debuted 21, not 22. I know what I mean. So, when the movie debuted a year ago, it was called Catalina Katrina, The Special Day of the Dead, or something like that. It's probably a rough translation, but I'm trying to say that Granajo finally debuted properly with a speaking voice, and his speaking voice was provided by Alan Eturiel. Alan Eturiel was known for villainous at the time, but still was able to give Granajo a voice, even though Catalina herself was the main star of her movie, and there were some other characters, blah blah blah, and some other character that was supposed to be some character that would eventually later realize that even though they're not related, they're still best friends, blah 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 blah. I know what I mean! And so the Catalina series, unfortunately, is messed up, but with Granajo trying to fix the series, everybody's favorite imp will try to come back, I hope. But right now, everything, iCartoons is busy with other stuff, I guess, but I really want Granajo to come back, please.